Okay, so this is learning target 711. Um, the worksheet that we did, I stamped, are going to be turning it in on Wednesday, actually, to get points. There are no notes this time, so you don't have to turn in notes Wednesday, just this worksheet. And for the purposes of studying, I'm going to make sure that you have all the correct answers down here. So I'm just going to give you these so you can check. Um, but for learning target 711 on your quiz Wednesday, we're just going to do the labeling of the diagrams. Okay, so I'm not going to have you learn any of these for Wednesday. I'm not going to do the multiple choice part for 711. It's just going to be labeling the diagrams, and I'll make sure you mark those so you know exactly what they are. So number 1 is H, number 2 is E, number 3 is D, toe dancer's muscle. Looks like gastrocnemius, but it's actually gastrocnemius. Number 4 is O, number 5 is A, number 6 is I, number 7 is G, number 8 is F, number 9 is C, number 10 is K, number 11 is N. Um, so I'm not going to put this question on here, but I will show you on the diagram. You do need to know what the hamstrings group is, and you do also need to know the muscle group that extends the knee. I won't put it that way, though. You're just going to label them from the diagram, the quadriceps. So we'll talk about the quadriceps and the hamstrings. Do you guys have these all down? Excellent. All right, so these are the diagrams you're going to have to label. It's actually going to be a matching, but you get the idea. So whenever we look at these diagrams, we have to first determine what are we looking at. So first of all, which leg is this? Is it the left or right leg? I'm talking about the diagram on the left. Is that the left leg or the right leg? The diagram on the left. Okay, that is the left leg, okay, and we're looking at it from a posterior view. So from the back, looking at the left leg. So these are the muscles that you have to know. You have to know this first one up here, this muscle here, the gluteus medius. You have to know the larger muscle, which is the gluteus maximus. All right, so here at the on the back of the thigh, we have two pretty large muscles running down. All right, so those two muscles there that we need to know. The one that's towards the inside and it's slightly smaller is the semitendinosus. All right, and the larger one, this is the major muscle involved in moving our leg up. So this is actually a biceps muscle. You guys have heard of the biceps before, but normally you think of the biceps in the arm, which curls the arm like this. Well, this one curls the leg. It's in the thigh region, so we call it biceps femoris. Okay, because the thigh region is the femoral region due to the femur there. All right, and then these smaller muscles are called semimembranosus. Okay? And those three muscles there, make sure you have a note of this, but this is what makes up the hamstring group. Okay, now I'm going to move over to the other diagram because some of the muscles at the bottom we can't see on here. But this is again the left, excuse me, the left leg, but we're looking at an anterior view. So from the front, looking at the left leg, we have to label the muscles here, which are actually referred to as adductor muscles. All right. We have this strap running across the front of the thigh, from the hip down inside the knee, and that's the sartorius. All right. We have the largest muscle in the front of the thigh. It's a straight muscle coming down. So straight muscles we call rectus, like in the abdominal region. We had the straight muscles that make like the six-pack or whatever that we call the rectus abdominis. Well, these are rectus also, but being in the thigh, we call it rectus femoris. Okay. Now, the other muscles that are going to be associated with this, because this is going to make up the quadriceps group, are called, with the quadriceps, vastus muscles. Okay? And the one that's towards the inside is going to be the vastus medialis. And the one towards the outside is going to be called the vastus lateralis. So we just need to know those three. There is vastus intermedius underneath. That would be the fourth muscle. But just know these three and that they make up the quadriceps group. Okay? You should know those are quadriceps. Quads. We'll work the quads. All right? Everybody good on those? So down at the bottom, again, the calf muscle. Mentioned that earlier, gastrocnemius. And this is the soleus. And then looking at the front view, we have to the side the fibularis muscles. And then over the shin, which is the tibia, we have the tibialis anterior. And that'll do it for that. So this diagram, both the front and back views of the left leg, you need to know. You need to be able to match it up, okay, like we did last time. But the last time we did it was the axial muscles. So now let's talk about the arm. Okay, here's the legs. Now let's do an arm. You have to also know this diagram. Not the multiple choice part, but this diagram here. Okay? I will give you the answers to this, though, so you can check your answers if you want. Maybe sometimes looking at the definitions of what they do can help you in terms of identifying them. So here we have the shoulder, or delts, the deltoid muscle. And we have another biceps muscle, and this is the one we commonly think of as the biceps. But this being for the arm, which we call the brachial region, being in the arm, we call it the biceps brachii. We also signify this muscle in the arm, but it's in the back, more to the back and side, which is called the triceps brachii. So it works counter to the biceps. If you ever do exercises, you're doing arms, you probably work the biceps one exercise, and the next exercise you work the triceps, because they should be rested. All right, we also have this muscle down the middle here. It's an extensor. digitorum, referring to fingers, because if this contracts, if it shortens, it's going to pull my fingers out, extend them. All right, and then down the side, we have a flexor of the hand and wrist, so we call it carpi, and it runs down the side where the ulna is, so we call it ulnaris. Flexor carpi ulnaris. And that does it for the arm. Okay? So you need to know that diagram also. So you're going to have three pictures. You're going to have the back of the leg, the front of the leg, and then the arm here. So other than this, on the worksheet, I did give you guys a full body front and back, which you guys should be able to do, but it doesn't necessarily fit into, we skipped 23 and 24. It doesn't really fit into a specific learning target. It's really a combination of learning target 710 and 711. So I can't really put these diagrams on there. I could do this as a quiz, but it wouldn't give me specific data about learning target 710 or 711. So these won't be on there, but I'll give you the answers anyway. All right, so it goes like this. So the orbicularis oris, where is that in the picture? So orbicularis, those are round muscles, right? And we have two of those in the face. We have ones for the eyes that go around the eyes and one that goes around the mouth. So orbicularis oris goes around the mouth, so that should be number 4. All right, pectoralis major, where's that? Right, your pecs in the chest, right? Number 5. All right, external oblique should be 17. It's in the abdomen. All right, sternocleidomastoid down the side of the neck. So that should be number 16. We have the biceps brachii that we were just talking about. So that's number 7. We have the deltoid, the shoulder. So that should be number 6. The vastus lateralis should be number 19. Lateral keyword there, the vastus muscles. Again, that's part of the quadriceps to the side. So what was that, 19? Frontalis, where's that? Isn't that in the head? 14. Rectus femoris, straight muscle of the femur region, straight muscle of the thigh, that's number 18. The sartorius, that's the strap coming down. Sartorius is going to be number 12. Number 11, gracilis, is going to be number 11. All right, we have number 12 is going to be 10. The adductors, which we did point those out on the leg diagram. Number 13 is actually going to be number 21. So we did mention fibularis muscles there. The temporalis is going to be in the head to the side. So that's going to be number 1. Orbicularis oculi. So again, it's going to be a circular muscle, oculi being around the eye. So 15 is going to be number 2. 16, zygomaticus, is going to be 3. Masseter, major muscle in chewing, that's going to be number 15. Vastus medialis, again part of the quadriceps group, towards the middle of the body. So number 18 is going to be 20. Tibialis anterior is going to be down in the shin area, right? Number 13. And then numbers 20 and 21 are cut off on here. 20 at the bottom, I guess I can probably fit that on here. That's going to be number 9. And then number 21, let's put it over here. Number 21, the rectus abdominis, is going to be number 8. Okay. Over to the back side. Can I erase these? the front diagram that we just labeled. Maybe it'd be better to just look at it and label them. Or is that going to be hard to figure out with your answers? Well, the first one, adductor muscle would be number 2. Okay, so adductor again towards the inside there. Pull the leg in. That's the first one. All right, and the second one, gluteus maximus, that's going to be number 1. The gastrocnemius is going to be 5 down in the calf. Should raise this up. Oh, well. The latissimus dorsi is going to be number 9. So this is the lats, large muscle coming around the back, swimmer's muscle. All right. We have the deltoids in the shoulder, going to be number 7. So deltoids. We have semitendinosus is going to be 4. I went over that one earlier. We have the soleus is going to be number 12, which we can't really see down on this picture. You see it on there. Soleus is 12. We have the biceps femoris is going to be number 3. So this is a good review of all the muscles, both groups together. Triceps brachii will be number 8. We have the external oblique is going to be number 10. All right, we have gluteus medius, going to be number 11. And we have the trapezius, large muscle in the back of the neck, upper back. Okay, that's a biggie. All right, what that covers it. These last 2 diagrams, the full body diagrams, like I said, they're not going to be on the quiz, just the anterior and posterior views of the leg and the lateral view of the arm. And that's it.